In this video we're going to show you how to perform different types of fills. We have the content aware fill, different colored fills, and pattern fills. It's all basically the same technique, it's just choosing a different option. First we'll look at the content aware fill, which is a really neat tool to use. You can use the healing tools like the spot healing, brush, and others to perform a similar thing, but we'll show you another way to do it using selections and fills. So we have this picture of a soldier, and in the background I have this white board, and it's got some pictures or something that's pasted on it. In this case I want to get rid of those, and we're going to figure out how to just get rid of them and fill it in with the area that's around it. Usually for this to work you need an area that is surrounding it that's more uniform. So I can't, let's say, use content aware on a piece of the camouflage on his chest here or on his neck because there's too much going on around it. It won't really work well. So it works when it's surrounded by one thing. In this case I'm going to use the lasso tool because it doesn't need to be a perfect selection. So I'm going to go around and as best I can, including everything I want to be filled in, but not cutting it off and not going too far around. Okay, so about there. Now I have this selection. So to create the fill, you can right click and choose fill, or you can go to the edit menu and choose fill, or you can use the keyboard shortcut Shift F5. As you see on the contents, use, what I'm doing is choosing here between all my different options that we'll show you in this video. You can choose different types of colors, you can choose a pattern, or you can choose the content aware option. What this is basically saying that the computer is aware of the content that is surrounding your selection. It's going to use that digital information to fill it in. And it's actually quite intelligent in the way that it works. Once I have this chosen, I just press OK. You'll see that the area is filled in pretty nicely. This one section up here didn't quite work, probably because we have this piece of his uniform or his backpack here that's kind of messing with it. So we might have to use a clone stamp or something with it. But you can see the rest of it is perfectly disappeared into white. What we can do is try one more time with this one, going a little tighter around. Sometimes if you do it a second time, it will work. So this time we'll right click, fill, content aware, and there we got most of it gone. Again, you can touch up some of this with some of the other tools. All right, so that's the content aware fill. Let's also show you how to fill with other types of things. Let's look also in the background, the top right, we have these bluish boxes in the wall. I'm going to use the magic wand to select one of them. And what I'll do with this one is fill it in with a different color. Okay, so same thing, we can right click, or in this case we can't with the magic wand. So we'll go to the edit menu and fill. Instead of content aware, we're going to choose a color. What I like to do with colors is match some of the other colors around it. So let's say I want to use this red color from the wall. Just click on that, press OK, and here you do have the choice of how to blend it and what opacity to use. If I press OK, you'll see that area is now filled in with the color that I chose. Now it doesn't blend nicely because we didn't do a replace color. It's just an example of how to fill. Let's look at one more box and one more type of fill. This one is the pattern fill. So instead of a color, you can choose pattern, and under where it says custom pattern, you have a choice of pattern. Now if you have saved any patterns that you defined yourself, they would also be here. But these are just the ones that come preset into Adobe Photoshop. So I'll click this gray one, press OK, and you see it now is area is filled in with that pattern. So this fill option is an incredibly useful tool to use all the time, and I'm sure you'll see it in several of the other videos that we're doing.